Welcome to Superdude Show. This is Superdude. We're going to watch the Formula 1 Belgian Grand Prix. Yes, you heard me correctly. We're watching the Formula 1 Belgian Grand Prix. Ultimately, today I started streaming a little bit earlier because I was ready a little bit earlier. Because normally I have to set up everything and I have to get everything done. You know, and that takes time. And I luckily got everything done and we are about to get set. Now, of course, the question becomes, who's gonna win this race, man? Who's winning this race? It is impossible for me to speculate because, first of all, even if Max Verstappen was almost more than half a second faster than everybody else, it was in the rain, it was different weather conditions. They say that the McLaren was not set up for rainy conditions. They specifically told the McLaren mechanics, the McLaren crew, specifically ignored the fact that it was raining and said, you know what? We know it's going to be dry on race day. Let's keep our car, you know, basically set up for the dry race. And whatever qualification we have, that's the qualification that we have. Red Bull, on the other hand, has got a higher downforce car. Their car is set for higher downforce, which means that Max Verstappen was able to extract more out of the car. Remember, we shouldn't take away from Max Verstappen being able to extract as much as he could from the car. The fact that he was as fast as he was in the wet. Remember, that was an equalizer. The wet conditions was an equalizer. Everybody could have qualified somewhere close to the top if they were capable of pushing the cars to the limit, taking risk here and there. Ultimately, it was, as they said, it was the boys being basically separating the men from the boys, separating the men from the boys. The men being the guys that took the risk and succeeded, and the boys, the ones that didn't want to take the risk and only kept the positions that they had, which was lower. Now, Lewis Hamilton also came out saying that he could have qualified first if something happened. Well, the problem is, if is not a good excuse. If you could have qualified first, then why didn't you, Lewis Hamilton? You're a 7-time world champion. 7-time world champion, and you still couldn't qualify first. Yet you're saying that you could have, but you didn't. I do understand that he could have, would have, should have, you know, qualified first. If he could have, would have, should have, maybe had different tires, fresher tires, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, he didn't. That's the reality. It didn't happen. I don't know why a 7-time world champion has to talk about what ifs. Why is he talking about what ifs? I have no idea. I have no idea why a 7-time world champion is obsessed about what ifs. I'm pretty sure that he didn't tell people that, oh yeah, what if I didn't have my 7-time world championships? I'm sure he didn't talk about that, right? Well, ultimately, he shouldn't be focused on what if. He should either convert the pole or not. He shouldn't speculate that he could. And there's a reason why I'm talking about Lewis Hamilton, because Lewis Hamilton was the thorn in Max Verstappen's side in the Hungarian Grand Prix. In Hungary, Max Verstappen couldn't pass Lewis Hamilton. Now you have to understand this. In 2021, Fernando Alonso was basically the guy to hold Lewis Hamilton off, as Lewis Hamilton was trying to pass. Lewis Hamilton was trying to pass Alonso. Alonso at that time was driving an Alpine, a much slower car than Lewis Hamilton was back then in 2021, because Lewis Hamilton's car was way faster. If you don't believe me, then you should definitely double check and watch 2021 Brazilian Grand Prix. That Lewis Hamilton got so many penalties and it just didn't matter. His car was just faster than everybody else, almost more than a second faster than everybody else around that track. 1 lap performance. He was way faster, is what I'm trying to say. So ultimately what I'm coming down to is that now today we're driving on a track where if Lewis Hamilton wants to show how good he really is, then this is going to show us how good is Lewis Hamilton really when it comes to defense, when it comes to driving skill. I am convinced, I am more than convinced that Max Verstappen will have no problem passing Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is going to go at the end of the Grand Prix and say, oh yeah, his car is faster. Bro, if that's the case, then how was he so fast at Hungary? He caught up to you, but he couldn't pass you. Okay, now of course, I have to be smart about this. I have to admit the fact that even Fernando Alonso showed. Fernando Alonso is what I was ultimately trying to say here, is that Fernando Alonso in 2021 educated Lewis Hamilton on how to defend on the Hungarian track. So in 2021, Lewis Hamilton got educated, trained, taught how to defend properly at the Hungarian Grand Prix, because that is who Alonso is. Alonso is the teacher. Lewis Hamilton is still just a guy that had very good cars in the past. Ultimately, if Lewis Hamilton does not have the car, he does not have the drive. He doesn't have the passion, he doesn't have the hunger to perform better. His car is ultimately his nemesis. If he doesn't do well, if his car doesn't do well, if his car is not fast enough, then he automatically loses interest. He is not a true race car driver. If that is the type of motivation that you basically need from the car, if the car needs to tell you that, oh, buddy, I'm faster than everybody else, you can win. If the car needs to tell you that for you to actually want to race and want to be first in the race, then that means that there's a problem with you. And that I feel that is the ultimate issue with Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is the type of guy, if his car doesn't perform well, then he automatically loses interest. And that's sad, because he has always been given the faster car, and I think that is his shortcoming. The shortcoming of Lewis Hamilton is pretty simple. He joined McLaren when McLaren was dominant. McLaren was always a dominant team. Even the people that see McLaren as being dominant today do not realize that McLaren has always been dominant. It's just when they hopped from they went from the Mercedes engine to the Honda engine. And as soon as they went, they were the first guys to give Honda the opportunity of being in F1 and being their main supplier. And unfortunately, it was horrible. It was a disaster, a total disaster for McLaren. And if you don't know the story, it was less than 2 years or less than 3 years, and Honda and McLaren separated ways. And then, because Red Bull was desperate to get an engine supplier that they could mold, that they could have control over, because Renault was a disaster of an engine as well. Renault was a disaster for a complete different reason. Renault's disaster was more hinged on the fact that their engines couldn't last. It couldn't hold on. It would just blow up. So ultimately what I'm trying to say here is that we are going racing, and yeah, so what I'm saying is Lewis Hamilton has always had the faster car. When he joined Formula 1, he was in a fast car. When he exited, exited McLaren, he went to Mercedes. Mercedes was the engine supplier for McLaren. And as soon as McLaren said, you know what, we're no longer going to use Mercedes engine, then Lewis Hamilton said, bro, I'm going to jump onto the Mercedes works team. And that is what he did. And you know what, it was a good call for him. But ultimately, the car made him fast. The car was designed. And funny enough, Schumacher was in the Mercedes team before Lewis Hamilton, which means that Schumacher might have a lot to do with the fact that Mercedes was as dominant as they were when he started at Mercedes. Because right after Lewis Hamilton left is where Lewis Hamilton ultimately, that is where Lewis Hamilton ultimately, was faster and better. Yeah, so what I'm gonna try and say right now is that we're about to get started in the race, man. We're about to get our formation lap. And we're gonna see. So Max Verstappen is starting 11th position. He got a penalty. Lewis Hamilton starting 3rd position. Fernando Alonso 4th position. First is Leclerc. Second is Carlos Sainz. Second is Perez. Sergio Perez. Perez qualifying was decent, but it was definitely not a Max Verstappen qualifying. That's for sure. The reason why the reason why Max Verstappen has to start at 11th place is because he added engine penalty. He took a new engine. They had to penalize him. They penalized him with 10 positions. He qualified first, which means he takes 11th position. Dude, it is a sunny day in Belgium. Sunny day in Belgium, bro. This is probably going to be the first time we can see a completely bone dry race. I don't remember if last year was bone dry. I don't remember 100% if it was bone dry. I don't think it was bone dry last year. But ultimately, so 1 + 1 is 2, and we are saying that whoever finishes first wins, and whoever finishes second didn't win. Finished second. 1 position away from winning the race. So Charles Leclerc, Ferrari first place. I don't think Ferrari has any opportunity to win this race. Maybe they might prove us wrong. Maybe not. Mercedes is first place. Mercedes first place. I mean Mercedes third place. I'm trying to say third, and I keep saying first because I'm thinking about Charles Leclerc and how he's going to not be able to hold on to first place. But I do think Mercedes will take first place. I do not think Checo Perez can defend from Lewis Hamilton. I don't think Checo Perez is that guy. I think if Checo Perez wasn't married, he wasn't a father. If Checo Perez was still a young guy, you know, doing his own thing, trying to, you know, find the true performance of how fast he is or isn't, then we would see a completely different race. It would be completely different. But the thing right now is we are seeing Checo Perez, and he is the type of guy that doesn't want to push to the limits. He's got no passion, no drive, no interest. He doesn't want to do all of that. All Checo Perez wants to do is just just have a salary. He wants a salary. He wants to make sure that there's food on the table for his family. He wants to make sure that they've got shelter. He wants to give all of those things that the father wants to give for his family. And that is what Checo Perez is doing. He's a Formula 1 driver. He's collecting his salary. And ultimately, he is not Max Verstappen that wants to prove to everybody that he's special. Max Verstappen will today, once and for all, prove how special or not he is. Remember, he can still make a mistake. He's still human. We saw it last weekend. We saw it at Hungary, where he was making the move, and Lewis Hamilton, you know, basically rudely blocking him, turning into him. Because ultimately, what Lewis Hamilton wanted to avoid there is Max Verstappen taking that position away from him, and he did not care to block Max Verstappen, which I think is good. But now that is exactly the reason why I am very, very excited to see what Lewis is going to do here, because I feel Max Verstappen is in his element. I think Max Verstappen will basically do things on this track that Lewis Hamilton cannot do. I believe Verstappen is by natural skill, I think Max Verstappen is better than Lewis Hamilton on this track. And I think it has something to do with the fact that he was born in Belgium. Even though Max Verstappen's passport probably, and because his father is Netherlands, he's Dutch, I think the fact that he was brought up and born in Belgium might be a very strong indication as to why Verstappen feels more comfortable to maybe win, to maybe be the winner in this track. And ultimately, it's quite interesting that Charles Leclerc is... So we are on the formation lap, and Charles Leclerc is driving very slowly towards the formation, trying to formation their car or form the car on their grid position. I am interested to see what's going to happen, man. So we're about to get started. They're about to line up at their positions, at their grid slots. I honestly believe Max Verstappen can get top 3 position. I think Lewis Hamilton is going to be the only person that can stop Max Verstappen, aka Lewis Hamilton might be first place. However, McLaren say that they have the right configuration. They've set up their car correctly, specifically for the dry. That's why their qualification was so bad, because the car was set up for dry conditions. So McLaren's definitely a car and a team you need to look out for. Lando Norris, not a very experienced driver. Piastri, even less experienced than Lando Norris. So ultimately, I think Lewis Hamilton, depending on the car performance, if Lewis Hamilton's car is decent enough, we're about to get started. But one quick story, Lewis Hamilton's got an opportunity, depends on his car. In compared to McLaren, if Lewis Hamilton's car is fast enough, then he will be in first place at the end of lap 10. So we're about to get started and go. So the lights are green. Leclerc is away. Lewis Hamilton's already past Perez. Lewis Hamilton is already past Perez, dude. Sergio Perez says nobody. And Lewis Hamilton says nobody. Dude, they're side by side. Perez side by side. And now you've got another Ferrari. Is that a Ferrari or is that a McLaren? That McLaren is going to touch Perez. So now Perez has to slot in behind Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's already in second place. Perez is now trying to pass Lewis Hamilton. I think he got past Lewis Hamilton. No, he didn't. He still didn't get past Lewis Hamilton. Dude, he had all the DRS he needed. Where's Max Verstappen, dude? Dude, this seems so dodgy, man. This seems incredibly dodgy, dude. Like, all the cars are weaving. They're close to each other. Their front wings are almost touching the backs of the cars in front of them. It's insane, man. There's Max Verstappen. I think he's still held on to that same position. Max Verstappen is just trying to hold on to his position, it seems. He's not making he's not taking any risks, it seems. He's trying to avoid any risks. He's up into 9th place, they are saying. Okay, so he's instead of 11th, he's up into 9th place. So we'll have to wait to see where he's going to end up at the end of the second lap. So at the second lap, then we will understand if Verstappen's pace is just that much better. Dude, Perez is so scared of racing Lewis Hamilton hard, bro. He's so scared of racing. So he's in 3rd place. Lewis Hamilton took 2nd. When it comes to Perez versus Lewis, unfortunately, Perez is just not Lewis Hamilton. And it all comes down to the fact that he's just not that. Oh, Max Verstappen going on the inside, passes Albon. Albon makes it easy for Verstappen, dude. Albon gave him so much space and said, okay, fine, if you want to take me, take me. Albon's already up, so Max Verstappen's already up into 8th position. I'm going to be honest with you. Max Verstappen passed Albon, and Albon was basically saying, please pass me. Albon was begging Verstappen to pass him. He was giving him, he took the, so that very sharp chicane just before the pit straight, just before the where they start the race, the start-finish line. That first chicane just before that is where Albon said, you know what, pass me, please. Please pass me. So, first, Lando Norris is now in 6th. What happened to Lando Norris? Piastri's in 4th place. So, quick position check. Leclerc 1st, Hamilton 2nd, Perez 3rd. 4th is Piastri. 5th is Russell. 6th is Carlos Sainz. 7, Norris. Verstappen is right behind Norris. This is how we find out how much faster or slower is Verstappen compared to Norris. Verstappen is already half a second behind Norris. So Verstappen is about to catch up behind Norris and is about to most likely pass him. We'll have to wait and see. So Verstappen 8th place. 9th is Alonso. Wait, so it was Alonso that gave the position to Max Verstappen. It wasn't Albon. It was Alonso that made it easy. That's interesting. Albon 10th. Ocon 11th. 12th Gasly. 13th Bottas. 14th Ricciardo. 15th Stroll. 16th Hülkenberg. 17th Magnussen, Zhou 18th, Yuki Tsunoda 19th, Logan Sargent 20th. No surprise for Logan Sargent. They're leaving track limits, gaining advantage for Albon. I don't think they didn't show us the replay of Albon, but dude, Lewis Hamilton is about to pass Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton is about to pass Leclerc. I knew Lewis Hamilton will be the guy that's going to be in front. Depends on how fast his car is. Max Verstappen fastest lap. Max Verstappen fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton passes Leclerc like Leclerc's got mechanical issues, dude. Now, of course, Leclerc doesn't have mechanical issues. We assume Leclerc doesn't have mechanical issues yet. But that car is not fast, and Perez is already taking his third position, bro. Perez is taking third position, not trying to do anything, which again is not good. You just started the race, Perez. You just started the race. So now Verstappen is attacking Lando Norris. It is just a matter of time before Verstappen tries to make a move on Lando Norris. Remember, Verstappen is already in 8th place. He's trying to pass Norris for 7th place. Dude, this is interesting. Very slow moving Sauber, Zhou New. Is that a red flag? Is that going to be a red flag? He's losing power, he says. So that might be a safety car. Or maybe a virtual safety car, to be honest. Is that going to be a yellow flag or not? Just get him to pull over. So fastest lap, Hamilton 149.1. Hamilton wants to win. You know what? This is going to be a race, bro. Because now it all depends on what Verstappen can do. Can Verstappen... Oh, yeah. But you know what? Verstappen needs to pass Norris immediately. If he has any inkling. If Verstappen really wants this win, he would have to pass Norris immediately. But he's just not doing it yet. He is stuck behind Norris, and that is not good, man. That is not good. If you're stuck behind Norris, that is not good at all. Perez needs to put pressure on Leclerc and pass Leclerc, dude. Leclerc should not be faster than Perez. Perez has no choice. He needs to pass Leclerc. He has no choice. His car is faster than the Ferrari. I feel so sorry for Perez, but my goodness, bro. Your car is faster. Just do something. Dude. Verstappen is not able to catch Lando Norris easily, man. He cannot. Verstappen is not able to catch Lando Norris. Remember, Lando Norris is now in 7th place, bro. Verstappen needs to do what he needs to do, and he needs to do it quickly. If he wants to win. Because these first 10 to 15 laps are crucial for Verstappen to make or break the situation. He's either going to make positions or he's going to stay and break this hope or this wishful thinking, this dream of maybe winning this race. Verstappen is like right there, but he just can't pass Norris, man. So now Piastri is trying to pass, Perez? Piastri is now trying to pass Perez. That's interesting. Piastri trying to pass Perez. Good job, Piastri. That's what we want to see. We want to see you do these things, bro. I get the feeling Verstappen is maintaining his tires, man. We're just looking at the replay. Perez was trying to intimidate Lewis Hamilton, but it was too late, man. He already allowed Perez to be... Perez already allowed Lewis Hamilton to be side by side. So you're watching Perez... Oh! But why was Perez surprised? Because he has all the opportunity to see what he needs to see. The fact that he yielded to Lewis Hamilton is a problem there, man. As soon as he yielded to Lewis Hamilton, that's when he lost it. That's when he lost that position. As soon as he was side by side with Lewis Hamilton and he decided... I have to be honest, he's pretty aggressive. Like like Perez, at least Perez has shown us that he's got some aggression in his driving. But the problem is there's a difference between aggression and smart, intelligent, skillful driving. I think Perez was trying to intimidate and trying to see if he can make Lewis Hamilton make a mistake. He couldn't do it. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what exactly is happening here, but ultimately, dude, what is Verstappen doing? He's letting Lando Norris just, like, it feels like Verstappen has the pace because he's right there. Unless if he's using everything he can to just stay with Lando Norris, then that is going to be bad for his tires, man. So I personally believe that tire wear is the issue now. My legs. Something is moving down my legs. Lewis Hamilton says something that makes no sense. He says there's something moving at my legs. That is weird. So maybe Hamilton might be pretending as if he might have issues with his car by saying something's moving at his legs, like he's, I don't know, very, very strange. The fact that Perez hasn't pounced on Leclerc is very strange, man. So Zhou Guanyu is out of the race. He's got a hydraulics issue. That's what it sounds like. Dude, the fact that Verstappen hasn't passed Norris says a lot, man. The fact that Verstappen is still trying to pass Norris says a lot. Interesting, so that McLaren can also not get past Perez. Perez is so close, or should I say Piastri is so close to Perez. And now Piastri completely led off. He completely slowed down there for no reason. I think he's slowing down because he's getting into the dirty air. The air turbulence, so they're showing Perez. Perez is now fast. Sorry, Leclerc is faster than Perez. Perez was faster on lap 3 and lap 4, but lap 5 and 6 is where Leclerc is faster. Dude, Verstappen, what is Verstappen doing when it comes to Lando Norris? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't think Verstappen can do much here, man. Look here, it is still good that he's at position 8, but I don't know, man. The fact that Verstappen can't pass Norris, that's an issue. Okay, so I would say we have to temper our expectations. Yesterday, everybody was talking about Verstappen going to win the race from 11th place. Verstappen's going to win the race from 11th place. But you know what? I would say no, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he still might have a good race, but I don't think he's going to win the race. I think that's the issue. Hamilton is leading this Grand Prix. Can you imagine Lewis Hamilton is leading the Belgian Grand Prix in 2024? I would have not believed this. If you would have told me that this weekend will come, especially after Hungary, that he will lead this Grand Prix. Actually, not only did he lead the Grand Prix, he passed Perez, he passed Leclerc, both a Ferrari and a Red Bull he had to pass to get that first position. So that's when you know that Lewis Hamilton wants this, bro. Lewis Hamilton wants this desperately, and the fact that I think Verstappen might be managing his tires, but the problem is he's so close to the guy in front of him. I mean, So Verstappen is so close to the guy ahead of him that I think he's getting dirtier, and I think it's going to affect his tires more than the guy he's trying to follow. So I would not be surprised if Verstappen is just going to lose. You know, he's just losing tires. So they resurfaced this track. They put on new surface on the track, and that seems the driver are complaining, saying that this is eating away at the tires, which means that the tire wear is going to go up, which means that tires might not last as long, which means many different things. Let's just look at the tires. So Hamilton medium tires, Leclerc medium tires, Perez medium tires, Piastri medium tires, Norris medium tires, Verstappen also on medium tires. Interesting. Position check quickly. First Hamilton, second Leclerc, third Perez, fourth Piastri. I just had to make sure to refresh my data on screen there. I always forget to refresh it because it doesn't do it by itself, which is so bad, to be honest. Did George Russell make a mistake? Yeah, he made a mistake. Oh, he went wide. He went slow, he went wide. Okay, so George Russell made a small mistake and no one capitalized. That's a problem. All that Verstappen has to do is stay right with Lando Norris and then just take the slipstream and pass him. However, that McLaren seems faster than that Red Bull. That McLaren seems faster than the Red Bull. That's what it ultimately comes down to. It seems like the Red Bull is not as fast or fast enough to catch or pass. Whoa, Verstappen closing up to Lando Norris at that corner. Verstappen closing up to Lando Norris heavily. Did Lando Norris make a massive mistake? Because Verstappen was all of a sudden right on top of Lando Norris there, man. Dude, this race is impossible to predict. Hamilton is pulling away. He's now almost 2 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton is pulling away slowly but surely, and Verstappen is not passing Lando. Verstappen is not passing Lando, and that shows one thing and one thing very clearly, that this is not a car that you can easily win with. 9 seconds behind Hamilton, huh? So he's 9 seconds. So Verstappen is 9 seconds, and 8th place is 9 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. So position check quickly. First Hamilton, Leclerc second, Perez third, Piastri fourth, Russell fifth, 6 Carlos Sainz, 7 Lando Norris, Verstappen 8, 9 Alonso, 10 Ocon, 11 Gasly, 12 Bottas, Stroll, 13, 14 Magnussen, 15 Yuki Tsunoda, 16 Albon, 17 Ricciardo, 18 Hülkenberg, 19 Logan Sargent. Verstappen is faster in the first sector. He's slower in the second sector. He's faster in the third sector. So Verstappen seems to be faster in the first and faster in the last. So sorry, maybe that's Lewis Hamilton that's faster. Yeah, I believe that's Lewis Hamilton. I'm just thinking about it now because Verstappen's fastest sector is the second sector. So predictably Lewis Hamilton's faster first, and but remember now. Oh, so Lando Norris made a bit of a mistake. He went wide. Verstappen immediately went to the left, almost to avoid whatever spray, the dust or the gravels that Lando Norris was pushing up or spilling onto the track. Verstappen immediately tried to avoid it. So Leclerc was faster than Lewis Hamilton on the 8th lap. We're now at lap 10. Come on, Max Verstappen, do something. Like, you can't just stay behind Lando Norris. It just seems like Verstappen is just not able. He's going to the pits. He's going into the pits, goes Max Verstappen. This is so early, bro. Oh, he's following Russell. Verstappen is following Russell. I just hope they didn't mistake Russell for Hamilton. Verstappen pits up 27. 2.7 seconds pit stop for Verstappen. 2.3 pit stop for Russell. Russell has a very good pit stop. Verstappen does not have a very good pit stop. So ultimately, Verstappen's strategy is now going to work. So let's see if Red Bull can redeem themselves. Can the strategy team of Red Bull redeem themselves to give Verstappen the win from 11th place? Even though he put it at 8th place, I'm still gonna give it I'll still say it's 11th place. So the undercut is on. That is why we are pitting now. That is why Verstappen is pitting, and that's why Russell is pitting. Okay, so George Russell is pushing right off the bat, man. He's pushing really hard. Pushing really hard. What tires do they have? What tires does Verstappen have? Hard tires for Verstappen. Is that hard tires for Russell? Yep, hard tires for Russell as well. But Russell is pulling away very easily from Verstappen. Okay, cool. So where's Verstappen now? So there's Verstappen. New hard tires, cool. So they're just confirming that he's on new hard tires. Ooh. Okay, so bro, Max Verstappen trying to pass. Yuki Tsunoda. Max Verstappen trying to pass Yuki Tsunoda, and now the Haas is being passed by Russell. Dude, Russell passes Hulkenberg. Is that Hulkenberg? That is Magnussen. So Russell passes Magnussen like he's standing still, man. Hamilton went into the pits, comes out, he's easily ahead. Easily ahead, bro. Easily ahead. Dude, that is a good job. Good pit stop from Mercedes. Hamilton doing a very good job. So who is this? This is Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton is about to get passed by McLaren. Lewis Hamilton is about to get passed. Oh, that's George Russell. Sorry, it's George Russell. George Russell about to get passed. Piastri up into 9th place, passes Russell. I don't know, bro. Dude, Piastri passed Russell easy. Now Verstappen is back behind Russell. The problem is Verstappen is losing, bro. Verstappen is not fast at all. He is losing because Russell was making passing Magnussen. I was sneezing there, but okay, cool. So Lance Stroll goes into the pits. So basically what's happening now is Perez is getting pressured by Piastri, heavily pressured by Piastri. Now Verstappen puts on faster lap of the race. Verstappen faster lap of the race 1.3 behind Russell. 1.3 was 2 seconds, now he's 1.3. Remember, Verstappen lost a lot when he exited that pit. Russell was making moves from the get-go. Russell was from the get-go passing Gasly, I believe, and passing Magnussen. But now Verstappen is picking up the pace, it seems. And now Piastri passes Perez. Oscar Piastri passes Perez, bro. Oscar Piastri passes Perez. So technically that's third position. Because, okay, wait, where is Leclerc? Leclerc is still in front of, okay, so definitely, so Ferrari did a good pit stop, Hamilton did a good pit stop, he's still in first, technically he's fourth, but he should be first after Carlos Sainz, Norris, and Alonso pits. Dude, that pit stop from Piastri was pretty insane. That pit stop from Piastri was pretty insane. He was so close behind Hamilton. Like, he could have hit Hamilton easily. Could have hit Hamilton easily. Now they're showing Verstappen passing V-Carb, which is sad. To see Verstappen having a hard time passing Visa Cash App is so hard, bro. And you have to understand that that's a sister team of Red Bull. So the fact that Verstappen's having a hard time passing there is pretty bad. Verstappen faster, sorry, Hamilton was faster, then immediately Piastri goes faster. 147. 147.5 for Piastri. 147.5 for Piastri. Can Verstappen increase? Verstappen is almost a second behind Russell. The fact that Russell is ahead of Verstappen is insane. However, we have to wait and see what's Norris going to do. What is going to happen with Norris and Carlos Sainz? Oh, so actually, if we think about it, Verstappen and Russell, as long as Norris ends up behind Verstappen, then Verstappen's pit stop, especially Russell's pit stop and Verstappen's pit stop is very good strategy. However, if Norris ends up ahead of them or splits Verstappen, goes in front of Verstappen, and that's going to be bad for him. But technically, as we speak now, Verstappen should be up into 6th place. So Verstappen should be 6th position after Carlos Sainz and Norris pits. Verstappen should be... Okay, but Carlos Sainz is on hard tires, so he's probably going to take a while to pit. He does not have to pit. Carlos Sainz does not have to pit very soon, which is interesting. No pit needed for Carlos Sainz. Dude, this is an interesting race, man. Interesting race. I just refreshed it. Unfortunately, the positions are still the same. Finally, now it refreshed properly. The data, the position data finally updated. So I just refreshed it. So straight line speed is a joke, says Stroll about his Aston Martin, his daddy's car. Is that Albon? Who is he passing? He's passing a Visa Cash App. He's passing Yuki Tsunoda. Albon Williams passing Yuki Tsunoda pretty easily. He passed him. Interesting. Dude, Verstappen cannot pass anybody to save his life, dude. Verstappen cannot pass anybody. He cannot pass Russell. He couldn't pass Lando Norris. The only people he could pass was Visa Cash App is who Verstappen could pass. Verstappen is not having a good... Like, I don't really understand what is going on here. I'm assuming it's because of tire management, but I can't be sure, man. I don't think it makes sense. Okay, Norris is pitting. Norris is pitting with the medium tires, goes in. Carlos Sainz still ahead, but he's on hard tires, so he still has a lot of laps left in his wheels. However, Carlos Sainz is not going to be anywhere near first position when he pits eventually. So their strategy, absolute disaster. Carlos Sainz strategy is an absolute disaster. So Piastri 1.2 seconds ahead of Perez. So Russell moves up to 6. Verstappen now in 7th place. Remember, if Carlos Sainz pits, Verstappen will be 6th position. He was 8th before he pitted. So after all the pit stops, now we have to find out where's Lando Norris. Lando Norris slots in 6 seconds behind Verstappen. That's a massive blunder from McLaren strategy. Massive disaster pit stop from Lando Norris strategy team to pit him, and now he's 6 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen was behind him at the start of the Grand Prix. He is now about 6 seconds behind Verstappen. Whoa! Carlos Sainz goes off the track. Carlos Sainz goes off the track. The fact that he wasn't like he goes off the track, somehow stays on the track, like somehow gets his car back on the track. That is bad, man. Ocon passes his teammate Pierre Gasly, which you know what, Ocon definitely gets a bad rap, but he's definitely better. Ocon is better than Gasly. I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm just gonna say it. He's just better than Gasly, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. He's a very aggressive, hyper-aggressive driver. So we have Russell behind Perez. Verstappen behind Russell. We will undercut Carlos. Dude, Carlos is not the issue. Carlos is not the problem. I'm telling you, McLaren is trying to pretend as if their strategy is not that bad. Dude, everybody can see your strategy is horrible, bro. Like, Lando Norris lost these 5... Okay, now he's catching up to Verstappen. Lando Norris is now catching up to Verstappen. That is how fast Lando Norris is realizing that he needs to be the driver to make the difference. Lando Norris is making a difference in the car, catching Verstappen. That is good. Try to get them, mate, but what do you think? Okay, so Verstappen is saying that he needs to try and pass them. I wonder why he's only trying to pass them now. So it seems that Verstappen has now been given so there's green flags from both sides, the driver and the pit crew saying, okay, fine, if you can pass, then do it. If you can pass, then go ahead. Is the message. Go for it, Verstappen, is what is being said to Verstappen from the pit wall. But can he actually do it? That is my question. Can he actually do it? Is Lando catching up? Is Lando catching up? Lando Norris is whoa, Lando Norris is catching Verstappen like nobody's business, bro. 4.5 seconds. Lando Norris is catching Verstappen, bro. 4.4 seconds. Woo! Lando Norris is catching Verstappen and it's not even funny. Not even funny, man. There's almost no chance. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Max Verstappen, like, if you see, the issue is when you hear Max Verstappen saying, "Should I pass them? I should pass them. I will try. We will try and pass them." Like, when you hear a driver say that, it means they're having a tough time doing it, and I think that's the issue here. The issue is that Max Verstappen can't actually get past Russell easily, or he can't get past Russell at the moment. And by saying it, it's almost like he's admitting to himself that, okay, I can't pass him, but I'll have to try. So they're showing us Pierre Gasly. Is this Pierre Gasly passing his teammate? No, that's Pierre Gasly passing a Haas. So I'm guessing that's Magnussen? So Pierre Gasly passes Magnussen, I'm guessing? Nico Hülkenberg. So Pierre Gasly passes Nico Hülkenberg in the Haas. That is Alpine, Pierre Gasly's parents. Okay, Verstappen, if you want to pass, then you should probably pass, buddy. Dude, all I can say is that Lando Norris is 3.6 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen cannot get past Russell. I'm gonna be the first guy to say Verstappen is having a very hard time to pass Russell. Very hard time indeed. In fact, I believe that Russell was told that Verstappen is trying to pass him. I think Verstappen was told, hey, Verstappen is trying to pass you, you should probably do something about it. Carlos Sainz is losing so much ground to Lewis Hamilton as well. He was 7 seconds and now he's 4.3 seconds behind or in front. Dude, those hard tires have got no business. Dude, I don't know, man. Verstappen's car is not good, man. And Lando Norris is catching Verstappen like Verstappen can't do anything. He's a sitting duck. Lando Norris is literally catching Verstappen like Verstappen's a sitting duck. And you know what? Lando Norris shouldn't be in this position. He shouldn't be behind. He shouldn't be behind Verstappen, bro. His strategy shouldn't have been that bad. Verstappen, just imagine Lando Norris pitted exactly the same time when Verstappen pitted. He wouldn't have been behind Verstappen. And if he was, he would have passed him because he would have been so close to him. Like, he wouldn't have ended up being 6 seconds behind Verstappen after his first pit stop. Come on, man. There's so much problems at McLaren, and their strategy is just failing their drivers, man. The only driver that's succeeding right now is Piastri, but he's in 4th place, which will give him a 3rd place after Carlos Sainz eventually pits. Hamilton 3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. So Hamilton is catching Carlos Sainz if Carlos Sainz wants it or not. Carlos Sainz strategy is an absolute disaster, man. Ferrari's 2nd driver being destroyed, and Lando Norris from the McLaren team strategy also being destroyed. However, Lando Norris is trying to bring it back. Lando Norris, there he is. He's right in the back there. So that is how many seconds? 3 seconds behind Verstappen. So he's 3 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen cannot catch Russell. Verstappen cannot catch Russell, man. Hamilton is trying to win. So Hamilton is going to win. So at the moment, nothing says that Hamilton will not win. Nothing says that Hamilton will not win this race. Everything points at Russell. Russell is already trying to make a move on Perez, man. Dude, Perez is slowing down almost. I wonder if they're trying to sandwich Russell. Perez might be slowing down Russell. I wonder if that's on purpose, if Perez is purposefully slowing, because Perez is 2.9 seconds, 3 seconds behind Piastri, and Russell is right on top of him. I get the feeling Perez is just unable to, to get more performance out of his car, man. On board for Esteban Ocon, and he passes Fernando Alonso. That's a good pass. Why is the Alpine so good at this track? That was a very good pass from Ocon on Alonso, man. Okay, so once again, Russell trying to, basically Russell is going left to right behind Perez, trying to find a way which side to attack Perez. But Perez just seems to be just that in the right position at the right time at the corner entry. And that makes it very hard for Russell. So finally, Carlos Sainz go into the pits. Verstappen takes 6th place. However, I'm pretty sure Verstappen is taking 6th place, but he's eventually going to have to give it up to Norris, because Norris is 2 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris is 2 seconds behind Verstappen, and Norris is most likely going to pass Verstappen. Now Russell trying to pass on the outside, passes Perez, passes Perez easily. Passes Perez easily, thus Russell. Russell passed Perez easily, man. Like, not even, there was, like, Perez tried to block, and I think he basically slowed him down for no reason. Perez slowed himself down for no reason as he was trying to block Russell. And the worst problem now is that now Verstappen has to, how is Verstappen going to do it? Is Perez going to just give him the position? What's going to happen? Perez is probably going to give him the position, right? Perez is probably going to give him the position. But it's not fair for Perez to give the position from the team. Like, if the team tells Perez that he needs to give the position, I don't think it's fair. Because ultimately, what's happening now is Perez is fair and square. He's in 5th place. Fair and square. Being passed by Russell. Dude, Perez qualified, or should I say started 2nd place. He's now in 5th place. Perez is just falling behind him. Verstappen is still moving ahead. He's still, he went from 11th to 6. Perez goes into the pits. Nice job. Nice job. Perez goes into the pits. Good job for Perez. Now the problem is they're putting Perez because of Verstappen. They're not putting him because they're giving him a proper strategy. they are putting Perez because they want Verstappen to have clear air. Dude, that is bad, man. And now Norris is 1 second behind Verstappen. Norris is right on top of Verstappen, dude. Norris is 1 second behind Verstappen. Yeah, that Red Bull has no business being in those positions. Okay, actually Verstappen is catching up to Russell now. Verstappen is catching up to Russell. That is interesting. This is interesting circumstances. Verstappen is catching up back up to Russell. But dude, the Red Bull team destroyed the Red Bull team destroyed Checo Perez's strategy. They destroyed it just because they wanted Verstappen to take over that position from they wanted Verstappen to take Checo's position, and they said, you know what, let's put you just so we can get you out of the way. And that's sad, man. We are very slow on the straights, says Perez. Perez saying we are very slow on the straights. Oh, he's talking about the curse system, it seems. He's talking about his curse system. Verstappen is catching up to, Russell, but I get the feeling Verstappen is completely going to shift his attention to defending Lando Norris. This is such an interesting race because Lando Norris was in front of Verstappen after the pit stop strategies. Verstappen ended up 6 seconds ahead of him after his pit stop. Oh, dude, that McLaren is catching that Red Bull like it's no business, bro. Oh, man. That McLaren... Okay, you know what? If I was Verstappen, I would let him pass. And the reason why is I would follow the DRS, try and stay with Lando Norris. Because if Verstappen just does defending right now, he's just going to lose a lot of time to the cars in front of him. And that might just destroy his race in some capacity. So I personally believe that Verstappen should not focus on defending and should rather let Lando Norris pass him. That's my opinion. My opinion is if he lets Lando Norris pass, then Lando Norris being the faster car anyways, because he just is faster than Verstappen. Verstappen can try and use the slipstream, use the DRS, hopefully stay with Lando Norris, hopefully. And then just do that. Like Lando Norris is the guy with the fastest lap of the race so far. So that's just proof that he is the faster driver. So personally speaking, I think Verstappen should not employ defense mechanics. Why did Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris position switch? Why on screen did that position switch? That makes no sense. Fastest lap for, who is that? Perez. Fastest lap for Perez. So Perez does have a good 1 minute 47.223. So Perez does have the fastest lap right now, man. Interesting. The problem is they destroyed Perez's race, man. As soon as they put at him, they destroyed his race. Oh. Lando Norris making mistakes. Remember, no one is pressuring Lando. Lando is pressuring Lando. And Lando Norris is making mistakes. And that is track limits. I just hope these stewards count that is track limits right there. Because he went off the track, thoroughly off the track, cut the corner of the track. I'm just looking. My thing is it has to be fair, man. Lando, like, I want to see Lando Norris do hard racing, but if he's cutting the track, that's not fair. Like, these track limit things, it has to be important. Like, track limits have been a massive thing that the FIA are making well known that it's an issue, and now all of a sudden, because it's a British driver, the FIA no longer has any concern for it. Like, it makes no sense. If someone has breached the track limits, if they have a track limit violation, then penalize them. Give them a 5-second penalty. Just do it. The whole Austrian thing would have been completely avoided if they just gave the penalty to Lando Norris as they knew they should have. They knew they should have given that penalty and they just didn't. Verstappen is 11 seconds behind Hamilton. Dude, Hamilton is in complete control of this race. Piastri is the only guy right now that can ultimately beat Hamilton. I'm pretty sure Piastri's car is faster than Hamilton's car. The tires are still good. Hamilton saying his old tires are still good. That is really nice. Okay, but Russell and Verstappen's tires are the older tires, because Russell and Verstappen pitted first. From the top 8 drivers, Russell and Hamilton put it first. Verstappen in 5th place. I want to see how the strategies are going to work it, because at the moment the strategy are in favor of Red Bulls right now, but of course not for Perez. Perez completely lost all hope of a podium. Perez has lost all hope of a podium, dude. The fact that Hamilton is leading this race, I'm surprised. I am surprised by the fact that Hamilton is leading this race. I see it as very interesting. The fact that Leclerc is holding on to 2nd place. Whoa, Piastri is close to Leclerc now. Piastri very close to Leclerc, 2.4 seconds. I'm pretty sure he was 4 seconds before. Come on, Piastri, do it. So in goes Leclerc into the pits. Piastri takes over 2nd place. Then that means Verstappen is going to be in 4th place momentarily, unless if Lando Norris passes Verstappen at the end of this lap. But at the moment, it seems that Verstappen is going to take 4th place, and then Lando Norris will take 5th place. So a quick position check right now. I think this is probably the most accurate that we will see it right now. As first is Hamilton, 2nd Piastri, 3rd Russell, 4th Verstappen, 5th Lando Norris, 6th Carlos Sainz, 7th Leclerc, 8th Perez, 9th Ocon, 10th Alonso, 11th Gasly, 12th Bottas, 13th Stroll, 14th Magnussen, 15th Ricciardo, 16th Albon, 17th Yuki Tsunoda, 18th Hülkenberg, 19th Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent 14 seconds behind Hülkenberg, bro. Logan Sargent is nowhere. He's driving with apps, like he's just driving all alone at the back of the field, bro. It's a 3.4 second pit stop. I don't think that's just an error that happened there. It's just minor slow. Like, that is not a slow. That 3.4 seconds is not massively slow, but it's also not good. Ricciardo passing a Haas. Who did he pass? Ricciardo passes Magnussen. Nice. Ricciardo passes Magnussen. Who is behind Magnussen right now is Albon. So Albon is definitely going to pass Magnussen as well. Verstappen 2 seconds behind Russell. Verstappen is not gaining or losing to Russell. Verstappen is not gaining and he's not losing to Russell. Thinking about the one stop. So Russell is saying, think about the one stop. Hamilton in the pits. Hamilton goes into the pits and now he's done at the pit stop. Verstappen takes 3rd place. So Piastri 1st, Russell 2nd, Verstappen 3rd. Dude, Piastri can still win this if he puts qualification, if he puts qualifying fast laps in. If he puts qualifying laps in, he could win. New hard tires for Lewis Hamilton. New hard tires for Lewis Hamilton. Piastri 1st, Russell 2nd, Verstappen 3rd, Norris 4th, Carlos Sainz 5th. Hamilton 6th, Leclerc 7th, Perez 8th, Ocon 9th, Alonso 10, Gasly 11, Bottas 12, 13 Stroll, 14 Ricciardo, 15 Magnussen, 16 Albon, 17 Yuki Tsunoda, 18 Hulkenberg, and 19 Logan Sargent. Bro, my goodness gracious me. Verstappen is top 3 right now, but remember Hamilton is the guy that's gonna win. Hamilton is the guy that's gonna win. I wonder if Russell and Verstappen is gonna pit again. I wonder if Russell and Verstappen will pit again. I would say because of what Hamilton did, yes. They would have to pit because Hamilton's got fresher tires, he's faster. Actually, wait. There's almost 30, okay, so it's 27 laps, no, 28 laps. Fastest lap of the race is now Piastri. Fastest lap of the race. So Piastri is now pushing. See, this is exactly what Piastri needs to do. Exactly what Piastri is doing right now is what he needs to do. He needs to do qualification laps right now. Good job, Piastri. Good job. This is good work from Piastri. Piastri can actually win a legitimate race this time. Dude, Piastri is doing good, bro. Piastri is flying right now, man. But the problem is, I wonder if Red Bull and Verstappen is actually going to pit. Will Russell pit? Do you know how funny it would be if Russell and Verstappen says, no, we're not pitting? If Russell and Verstappen does not pit, that's going to be insane to me, in my opinion. Oh, Piastri is pushing hard. He's making small mistakes. Piastri is pushing really hard. He's making small mistakes, man. Piastri making small mistakes. So now Carlos Sainz is now keeping Lewis behind him. Carlos Sainz is keeping Lewis behind him. Lewis Hamilton getting the same medicine that he gave Verstappen at the Hungary Grand Prix now is what happening with Lewis Hamilton. He's being held back by Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is holding back. How long can he hold back Lewis Hamilton? That's the question. Remember, one lap is not enough. He needs to keep Lewis Hamilton behind him from. Oh, he's not going to keep it. He goes into the pits immediately. He goes into the pits immediately. Goes Carlos Sainz. He goes to the pits immediately, bro. I'm confused. Why they... Oh, Verstappen also pitted. 2.4 second pit stop from Verstappen. 2.4 second pit stop from Verstappen. Where is Russell? Russell still in second place. Russell still in second place. Why did they put Verstappen now? What tire does he have? All these questions. He's on medium tires. Verstappen's on medium tires. Verstappen on medium tires. Why? Is my question. Why? Dude. Like, it is impossible to say who's going to win because ultimately Lewis Hamilton should win. Lewis Hamilton should have enough to win. Lewis Hamilton should be the winner. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say more than that. So Verstappen's already catching up to Perez. Verstappen is already catching up to Perez, and he's just pitted. Verstappen already catching up to Perez. He just came out of the pits. Perez is 6th place. But why is he on medium tires is my question. Lando Norris pits. Dude, it is impossible to say who's going to win, man. Oh my goodness, the team is not ready for Lando Norris. Actually, they're ready. Okay. I thought maybe they will not be ready, but they are ready for him. That's like 5 seconds. 5 seconds before he goes to the pits and they just start to get ready for him. That's interesting. Is that a good stop? 2.4 seconds. Okay, it's a reasonable stop. You know, I'm just curious because it looked like it was slow there. A little bit slow. Dude, Verstappen is going to pass Perez easily. What is going to happen to Leclerc is my question. But he's 7 seconds. So Perez is 7 seconds behind Leclerc, bro. Dude, Perez's race is a disaster, man. Perez has completely destroyed his own race, and I'm not even sure what's going on. So now Verstappen is gaining on Perez like it's nobody's business. Yeah, but you know what? It's very obvious, very clear that Verstappen could do nothing about the cars in front of him, man. Now it's very clear after hindsight is 2020, and it's very clear Verstappen has no business. Verstappen seems like he is going to be ahead of... Verstappen seems like he might be ahead, and guess what? Perez gives Verstappen the position. He doesn't fight him, he gives him the position. You see, that sucks just a little bit, because Perez deserves to be in a better position than that. Dude, he qualified. He was literally started the race second, bro. Started the race in second. Box for Piastri, bro. Yeah, but the problem was Piastri was starting to make mistakes, man. As he was going faster and faster, he was starting to make mistakes on his laps. So there's 14 laps remaining, and it is impossible to know who's gonna win, dude. Impossible to know. Oh my goodness, Piastri overshooting his pit stop. 4.4 second pit stop because he's... Oh, Piastri destroying his own pit stop, bro. Piastri. Fastest lap from Verstappen, 1 minute 46.4. I believe that's the new record. 1 minute 46.4 is I believe it's a new record for race for fastest lap of the race. Best lap record so far. I believe there will be more. Russell, new race leader. I don't know why they're saying it now. Oh, now Norris is passing Perez. Norris passes Perez easily. Dude, why was Perez slowing down for Norris that much? Oh my goodness, Norris is on top. Norris is already on top of Verstappen, bro. Impact, yeah. So the front jack man of Piastri, the McLaren pit stop crew. Yeah, that is not good, bro. Oh man. Yeah, that was not good, bro. Yeah, that is not good, bro. That pit stop for that guy, that pit crew guy could probably have some injury, bro. Russell, just confirming. So the team is confirming, or Russell is confirming something. Norris, so it seems Russell wants to stay out. Russell wants to stay out and win the Grand Prix. Russell is trying to stay out and win the Grand Prix, dude. These tires are robust, happy to push on them. So Lando Norris is being told he can push on. Oh my goodness, Lando Norris is on top of Verstappen. Verstappen can't do anything, man. Verstappen is 3 seconds behind Piastri. Verstappen 3 seconds behind Piastri. Oh my. Oh my, Verstappen now, because remember, Lando Norris is second in the championship. Verstappen is first in the championship. So Lando Norris is not only the only thing that Verstappen has to worry about in the championship. He's literally behind him, and he needs to worry about him in the race as well right now. So if Lando Norris passes Verstappen, this is for the championship. This is for getting more points on Verstappen. This is for trying to have some... We're happy for you to push. So Verstappen is asking his team, saying that okay, he knows that Lando Norris is pushing behind him, And then the team just says, well, we need you to push as well. This is so strange, bro, to see Red Bull unable to be fast enough, dude. So interesting, man. Verstappen is being heckled by Norris. Norris was all over Verstappen. Okay, he's now 1 second behind. It was half a second. Now he's 1 second. Yeah, so Verstappen. Wait, let's just make sure. I just want to be sure. Where's Verstappen? How far is Verstappen behind Piastri? Is Verstappen gaining on Piastri? Is Verstappen gaining on Piastri? I do not know. Come on, show us what Piastri is, please. Dude, Verstappen is pulling away from Norris. Verstappen pulling away from Norris. Verstappen is 4 seconds behind Piastri. Why is he 4 seconds behind Piastri? Wasn't he 3 seconds behind? Now he's 4 seconds behind Piastri. Dude, Piastri is pulling, bro. Piastri is trying to get past Leclerc now. Interesting. Piastri is fast, man. Hamilton is gaining on Russell, so whether or not Russell thinks he's going to stay ahead of Hamilton, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Hamilton will definitely pass Russell. Hamilton will definitely pass Russell. I must say, I'm surprised that Hamilton was going to win this Grand Prix as well. I did not at the start of this stream, I did say that I believe Hamilton will probably take the lead and might win the race. I did say that. But I didn't think he was going to actually be able to do that because I didn't know how quick his car was. And it seems his car is way faster, man. His car is way faster than anybody would have predicted. Russell is actually staying ahead of Hamilton. Russell ensuring that his gap to Hamilton goes up and not down. Piastri 1.3 seconds behind Leclerc. Norris cannot gain on Verstappen, but remember, Norris has got hard tires. Norris has hard tires. Verstappen 4.2 behind Piastri. Verstappen is not gaining on Piastri at all. Verstappen is 5th place. He's 4.2 seconds behind Piastri in 4th place, and he is not gaining on Piastri. Dude, Red Bull is like a wounded animal. Red Bull cannot. Red Bull is unable to have a car that can out-dominate. They can't dominate anymore. And not only that, they're unable to be as fast as the guys in front of them. Yeah, so Verstappen said one thing yesterday. He said this is all about damage limitation when it comes to taking that new engine. Damage limitation. So Verstappen is still 1 second in front of Norris, dude. Norris is not able to pass Verstappen yet. The word I will say is yet. Dude, Perez started in 2nd place. He's down in 7th. Oh, the strategy they gave Perez is horrible, man. Strategy they gave Perez is horrible. I do agree that if Perez was fighting harder for that first spot from Hamilton, if he fought Hamilton harder, he would have had a better position. Especially if he could stop Hamilton from taking his position, it would have been a way different situation. But unfortunately, that's not the situation. The situation is that unfortunately Piastri, unfortunately Perez. Unfortunately, Perez is just not able, man. So Piastri is very close to passing Leclerc. 10 laps to go, it says on the screen. 10 laps to go. Dude, I keep refreshing the stream trying to get the positions to show up, and I have to keep refreshing, and it takes a while for it to show. So yeah, so Piastri is pushing hard, trying to pass Leclerc right now. Piastri is trying to pass Leclerc. Leclerc is the only thing standing between Piastri and victory. Verstappen. So fifth place Verstappen being told he needs to do 10 laps of his finest. He needs to 10 of his fastest laps. Lando Norris's car is technically faster than Verstappen. Lando Norris has got a faster car than Verstappen. However, Verstappen, all that Verstappen has to do is just maintain his current pace, because Lando Norris is unable to pass him at the current moment. So as soon as Piastri passes Leclerc, then we might have a different challenge. We might see someone else taking the lead of the championship. We might see someone else taking the lead of the race. We might have a different leader. I do not believe Russell is going to win this race. It's between Hamilton and maybe Piastri. If Piastri can pass Leclerc, then come on Piastri, pass Leclerc so we can at least know that there's hope. Yep, he's very close. He is very close. He is very close to passing the Ferrari. Oh, he takes it. Piastri takes it. Dude, Piastri passes Leclerc. Very good pass, bro. Very good pass from Piastri. Come on, Piastri, go after Hamilton. Come on, Piastri, Hamilton now. Piastri needs to go for Hamilton. The problem with Piastri is he doesn't have late pace. His late pace is nothing compared to Lando Norris's late pace. Dude, that was a good move from Piastri, bro. Very good move from Piastri. Very good move from Piastri, man. Very good move. Oh. I think it was also Leclerc just being a very good driver that allowed Piastri to have that opening. Because I think Leclerc saw that he was going to take the outside, and they said, okay, fine, stay there, but let's see if you can stay in front of me. And then Piastri went a little bit wide there on the second corner. I don't think Piastri is a perfect driver, but I do believe if Piastri wants to win this Grand Prix, he can. Piastri can win today's Grand Prix. All he needs to do is go and hunt down Hamilton. All he has to do is hunt down and pass Hamilton, and he wins this race. I'm almost sure of it. Even if Russell tries to stay until the end, his tires won't be a match. His tires will not allow him to stop Hamilton or Piastri from passing him if Piastri... Oh no. Piastri is not fast enough. Yeah, he definitely... He's not fast enough, bro. Piastri does not seem fast enough. He needs to be 4 seconds. He needs to be 4 seconds very soon, very quickly, but he's just not, man. He's not gaining. He's not gaining. Come on, McLaren. Tell Piastri he needs to do qualification laps to catch Hamilton. He needs to take this if he wants this. Oh, he just wanted 3rd place. He just wanted to pass Leclerc for 3rd place, it seems. He just wanted to pass. Oh, he just wanted 3rd place. Piastri just wanted to take 3rd place. That's all he wanted, it seems. Piastri just wanted that 3rd place position. That is sad, man. Yeah, he's slowing down. He's slowing down now. Hamilton is increasing and Piastri is slowing down. That's sad, man. Norris is back behind Verstappen, less than a second in DRS range. Norris very much about to pass Verstappen. Let's see what's going to happen. Whoa, Verstappen is so close to Leclerc in front of him. So that's qualification laps, bro. Qualification laps. Verstappen is catching up to Leclerc, but the problem is that Norris is very close to Verstappen. Norris, dude, Verstappen, bro. Imagine if Verstappen started this race in first place, bro. I would love to see, I still don't think Verstappen would have won this race, even if he started first, but it would have been way more interesting to see how he can you know, battle for that first place. Norris unable. Norris is unable, bro. Norris is unable. Oh, he actually caught up to Verstappen there. The only driver that's going to be a problem for Verstappen is Leclerc. Leclerc is the only driver right now, man. Carlos Sainz is behind Perez. Show me Norris versus Verstappen versus Leclerc, please. I want to see Norris versus Verstappen versus Leclerc. Those are the three drivers we need to watch right now. Carlos Sainz has to wait for the straight, and if he passes him, that's good. But if he doesn't, that means he's probably going to not pass Perez for the next 3 or 4 laps. I do not believe Carlos Sainz is going to pass Perez at this moment. So Hamilton is 1.9. So Hamilton will take the lead of this race, bro. Guaranteed Hamilton is going to win this race, which is insane to me, man. But you know what's going to happen now? You know what's going to happen is Verstappen might be tempted to see his options with Mercedes now. Because this Mercedes was definitely the car to beat in this race. Easily. Even Piastri doesn't Piastri doesn't want to win, man. All that Piastri has to do is trying to do qualification laps, but I think he will make too much mistakes. Okay, so Sergio Perez about to get passed by Carlos Sainz. That's an easy pass. How did he pass him that easily? How did Carlos Sainz pass Perez that easily? That is insane to me. I'm pretty sure he braked. I'm pretty much sure that Perez slowed down for Carlos Sainz, man. Lando Norris still trying to catch up and pass Verstappen. Verstappen 1 second behind Leclerc. It's just a matter of time before Verstappen passes Leclerc, bro. A matter of time before Verstappen passes Leclerc. So now Leclerc is the guy that's going to be pressured by Verstappen. This is interesting, dude. Finally, 5 laps before the end of the race. So yeah, Hamilton is going to pass Russell in the next 2 laps. Next 2 or 3 laps. Oh, Piastri is catching up to Hamilton now. Piastri is catching up to Hamilton. Why is Piastri now 4 seconds behind Hamilton? Dude, that is good lap from Piastri, but the problem is 4 laps remaining. There's almost no chance. Piastri is not that guy. I just don't believe it. Maybe he'll prove me wrong today. I don't know. Maybe Piastri will prove me wrong, but I don't believe he's that guy that's going to, you know, catch up to Hamilton and pass him, or challenge him at least. Try and challenge him at least. I do not believe that's possible. But maybe he will surprise me. Maybe he will surprise all of us, to be honest. Because I do not believe Piastri is going to get past Hamilton or even get close to Hamilton enough to even attempt to make a pass. Hamilton is about to try and pass Russell. Hamilton about to try and pass Hamilton. Will Russell give up the position or will he make Lewis Hamilton fight for it? Will he give up the position or will he make Lewis Hamilton fight for that position? Yep, he's got DRS. They are allowed to race. Yeah, so they're allowed to race, but Russell has got no business trying to defend Hamilton because Hamilton's tires are just new. Dude, Piastri is 4 seconds behind, but the problem is he's taking his time. Piastri is taking his time, man. Piastri should have, like, if Piastri was 4 seconds as soon as he started pass, if he was 4 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton as soon as he passed, what was it, Leclerc, then we would have said, okay, fine, now the race is on, but nah. I just don't, I don't have that faith in Piastri catching Lewis Hamilton with 3 laps remaining. I just don't. I'm pretty sure he's going to be close to Hamilton at the end, but he will never actually be able to make an attempt at a pass. 3.4 seconds. Piastri is now catching like crazy, dude. Piastri is catching Lewis Hamilton like crazy right now, man. Okay. I think Piastri can maybe do something. Holy crap, Piastri. He's holding Lewis. Exactly, that's exactly what's happening. Russell is holding Hamilton up. And now Piastri is now about to... Okay, so now we're going to find out how much does Hamilton want this win. I'm sure he wants it quite a lot. 2.8 seconds, Piastri, 2.8 seconds. Piastri is pushing, bro, and the fact that Russell is keeping... There he is, we see him on screen. We see him on screen, bro. Bro, if Piastri wins this race, nah, I will be shocked. He will shock me. If Piastri wins this race, I will be shocked. Bro, this is gonna be insane. The problem is I don't believe Piastri has got the skills to pass. Even if he gets very close to Lewis Hamilton, I don't think he's got the skills to pass, man. Dude, Verstappen is still attempting to pass Leclerc, but he's not actually passing Leclerc. Dude, Piastri 2 seconds. Piastri 2 seconds. Piastri is 2 seconds. Dude, Piastri is 2 seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. This is going to be at 1.9. Piastri 1.9 behind Hamilton. Piastri 1.9. Lewis Hamilton has to do something. Can he do anything? I would say no. I would say no. Oh, Piastri is right there. We could see Piastri and Lewis Hamilton right there on one screen. We couldn't see him before, but now we can. Oh, he goes wide. He goes wide. He goes wide. Lewis Hamilton went wide there. Oh, so it seems that Norris might pass. It seems like Norris might pass Verstappen, but we will see. We will see. Dude, Piastri 1.6. Piastri can get this W, but the problem is it's so close. Margins. Oh my goodness, Piastri. Piastri, bro. Piastri. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would not, but the thing is, we don't know what Piastri's strategy is gonna be. Piastri isn't once, it says 1.3 second, but it seems so... Come on, Piastri, do it. Do it, Piastri, do it. Do it, Piastri, do... If Piastri wins this race, nah. Thank you, Mercedes, thank you. It could have been an easy win for Hamilton, but you made it very challenging for Hamilton. Mercedes absolutely destroying their advantage when it, you know, what they had for Piastri. Piastri is right there, but Piastri needs to catch up immediately because this is the last lap. This is the last lap, Piastri. Piastri is there. Piastri is there. Piastri is there. Will Piastri get the DRS? That is important. Piastri needs to get the DRS. Lewis has locked up a little bit. Piastri is DRS range. Piastri is in DRS range, boys and girls. This is interesting stuff. Verstappen cannot get past Leclerc. Norris cannot get past Verstappen. Come on, Piastri, do it. Final lap, Piastri, come on. Come on, Piastri. Come on, Piastri, come on. You can do it, Piastri, do it. Dude, Piastri, bro. Yeah, I don't think Piastri can do it, bro. It's too late. He left it too late, but the fact that he's this close is insane. The fact that Piastri is this close is insane, man. What is the tires on Piastri? What is the tires on? The fact that Russell is gonna win this is even more insane. That is insane to think that Russell is gonna win this race, and he did just one pit stop, right? Come on, Piastri. Piastri has no intention to pass anybody right now, which is insane. Dude, imagine if Piastri... dude. Dude, Piastri is close, but it's just not close enough, man. Dude. Final corners, final corner, final chicane, final chicane. Look, Russell's gonna win this race. Russell is winning this race. George Russell wins this race, bro. Holy crap. Verstappen couldn't pass Leclerc, man. Dude. Very good race. Very good race, man. Very good race. Like, this is the race I did not expect to see. Russell was in complete control, huh? Yeah, so unfortunately, as you can see, Hamilton could not do anything to Russell, bro. Why is it so smoky there, bro? Are they using those flares again? This was an interesting race, bro. This was a very good race. I'm not gonna lie, this was a very good race. This was a very good race. Like, I had no idea who was gonna win. There was no way for me to say who was gonna win. It was impossible. It was impossible to say who was gonna win, and George Russell won. And Lewis Hamilton looks like he lost the race. Lewis Hamilton looks like a guy that just crashed out. Hamilton does not like fair races, huh? Oh, this is not Valtteri Bottas anymore, buddy. Russell is not Valtteri Bottas, buddy. Oh, poor Lewis Hamilton. He kept Verstappen behind him. And unfortunately, poor Lewis Hamilton. Poor Lewis Hamilton was kept behind by his teammate George Russell. 7-time world champion could not beat a non-world championship winner, George Russell. That is good. Good race, bro. See, this is how you know that Lewis Hamilton's championship was so reliant on his car. So bad, like, especially his teammates. His teammates let him win. Lewis Hamilton did not want to congratulate him, and eventually he did. It's very funny, bro. This is a good race. This is a very good race. I must say, very good race. This is shockingly... The events that I just witnessed, I couldn't, like, the fact that Piastri was so close to Lewis Hamilton at the end there, insane, bro. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. If you did do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. Dude, this is so good, bro. Max Verstappen kept that McLaren behind him, bro. Dude, that Red Bull is nowhere near as dominant as it was. That's insane to see how much Red Bull is struggling, man. And the fact that Perez's strategy... Basically, what happened, as soon as Perez started giving up his positions, the team was like, okay, there goes your strategy. We will no longer, have a good strategy for you because you've already given up so many positions. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. See you in the next live stream. This will be after August, right? Somewhere in August. Let me check first. So the 25th of August, we will be at Netherlands Zandvoort. Max Verstappen's home Grand Prix. I don't think he's going to win that. At the moment, we have seen Red Bull has got no performance compared to... The funny thing is, I don't know how they're this slow, bro. They are so slow. It's actually insane. Very, very good job from McLaren to end up in 3rd place. Their qualification wasn't good at all. Mercedes qualification, it shows you that Lewis Hamilton was actually correct. They did have a very good car here. I didn't believe it at the time, but now I believe it 100% that they did have a good time. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Lewis Hamilton's completely avoiding George Russell. That is so funny, dude. Lewis Hamilton is so salty he couldn't pass a non-championship winner. Lewis Hamilton, championship winner, was so reliant for so many years on his teammate giving him the position, allowing him to win the championship. George Russell is here, boys and girls. He doesn't care. He will beat Lewis Hamilton fair and square. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. See you in the next live stream. That'll be 25th of August in Zandvoort, Netherlands. And we will find out how bad is Red Bull's car and how good is McLaren's car, as well as how good is Mercedes' car. See you in the next live stream. Ciao for now.